Good afternoon, amigos, from
somewhere in Mexico.
You have to wait till tomorrow to see exactly where, but today we are talking all about San Luis Potosí, how to get there, what to do, our suggestions, because we realized we had a jam-packed 3 or 4 days there, just 3 days there, 3 days full of tours, and maybe we left out some information that could be useful for your upcoming trip, so hopefully we can kind of fill in the gaps there. First, no, sorry.
Yeah, before we get started on all the who's, what's, when's, where's, how's, and why's.
Ni comos, qués, and mandes.
And quals.
We were so shocked by how beautiful San Luis Potosí was, and we say we were shocked not necessarily because we didn't think Mexico had beautiful things like San Luis Potosí. I think just because it's like discovering treasure in your own backyard. You love your house, you love your neighborhood, you love your backyard, but that doesn't mean you have treasure buried in there with $10,000, $100,000 or a life-changing amount of money. That's almost how we felt.
Yeah.
It felt just like, how is this place 5 or 6 hours away from where we're living right now?
It's in our backyard and we had no idea. And I think several of you, literally hundreds of comments from people not only living outside of Mexico, but Mexicans living here in the country had no idea the beauty of San Luis Potosí. So we wanted to sort of share our feelings on how this magical place could be so close to our backyard and we had no idea.
Yes, and I think it's just inspiring to see things like this here in Mexico and to continue to be able to travel Mexico, to continue to be able to show places like this on our channel. Thanks to all of you guys for allowing us to continue to do that. I think every day, sometimes multiple times a day, Mexico shocks us and surprises us. Mexico's amazing. It's beautiful. It's inspiring. It is breathtaking.
Yeah, I think the bigger message here is we encourage you to get out and explore. I know that if we were making daily vlogs in Dallas, we would be finding treasures in our backyard too. So I have
not quite like that, though.
I have no doubt that wherever you are in this world, that there are uncovered treasures that you have no idea exist, whether you've been living in your home for 6 years or 60. Get out and explore.
Hashtag do more. Now,
now to the real meat.
Now to our tips. San Luis Potosí, the biggest thing, they're all pretty big, but how to get there. Weta, take it away.
Yeah, so at the bottom of this video, we will post a link to our website where I've tried to detail all the ins and outs about getting here, having an experience just like ours. So without further ado, here is how to get to Ciudad Valles. If you're coming, if you're flying into the airport at San Luis Potosí, the city, there is an international airport there. However, flight prices seem to be substantially more expensive because it is a smaller airport, but you can take Omnibus de Mexico. I believe it is around 630 pesos and it's about a 4-hour trip from San Luis Potosí, the city, to Ciudad Valles. So that's option 1. Option 2 is flying into Mexico City. Flights into Mexico City from probably anywhere are going to be a lot cheaper than flying directly into San Luis Potosí. From the airport, you'll have to take an Uber to the Mexico Norte station and take the ETN bus line to Ciudad Valles. Here's the ringer. 10-hour bus trip. 10-hour bus trip, 930 pesos. And if you are new around here, if you haven't seen our bus travel videos, we highly recommend using the buses here in Mexico. ETN, Primera Plus, Omnibus, ADO.
Omnibus, ADO. More so, Primera Plus, ADO, and ETN. But yeah, bus travel, we've always felt comfortable and it's felt safe, secure, in first class. Last but not least, if you're coming from Monterrey, you can take the Transportes del Norte bus line from Monterrey straight to Ciudad Valles. The price is 935 pesos and the trip is approximately 8 hours. With that said, we realize not all of you will be coming from those 3 places, so if you need help coordinating any other bus routes, how to get there, which bus lines to take into Ciudad Valles, send us an email. Hashtag bus trip or bus trip tip. If you take the overnight bus, do not sit right behind the driver. Because they will play 90s jock jams all night long. Now, number 2, for these tours, to see these beautiful things, do you suggest doing it with or without a tour company? Before you answer, Hillary and I, we try and do things as, like, not as cheap as possible, but we don't like spending a ton of money on things like tours, just because a lot of times I feel like we can just do them on their own, and we want to find ways to show you how to do it on your own. With that said, tours or no tours in San Luis Potosí?
Absolutely with a tour company. The way where these waterfalls are situated, at least the tours we did, and the garden itself, the Surrealist Garden, they're in such obscure places that a tour guide is absolutely a must. Some of the places we went were an hour and a half or 2 hours from Ciudad Valles, which sort of rules out a taxi, and at the waterfalls there are absolutely not going to be any taxis there. Tour guides know their way around these cities. After the tours themselves, they take you to a great place to eat. That's included. In terms of pricing for the tours, they are very, very fairly priced. I think they're around 800 to 900 pesos a person, all day tours. I definitely think that the tours themselves are a very good value.
And that's not to minimize how much 900 pesos is to people, to us, because it takes us a long time to earn 900 pesos. But what we're trying to say is, I think this is the type of trip that you might have to save up a little bit if you need to, but we highly suggest doing it for a tour. One thing Hillary did not mention, and maybe the most important, is safety. I think some of these areas, personally, I would not feel safe without a tour guide. They know how to navigate the currents. They know how to navigate the jungles. They know how to navigate the roads. And plus, just the peace of mind. You don't have to worry about anything. You get to sit in the back. For our case, it was like an SUV, like a GMC
nice air-conditioned
Tahoe.
ride.
We didn't have to worry about it, and that felt nice. Now, number 3, where to stay / a little tip.
Where to stay. Now, for this trip, we partnered with Hoteles Misión. They have locations actually all throughout Mexico, and if we're being quite frank, this is the absolute best hotel partnership we've ever had. The rooms were incredibly clean. The pool was beautiful. The buffet breakfast at this place was the sweetbread, even better. The best part is an ice cold air conditioner. Little things like the bed was comfortable, the shower was nice and clean, great water pressure after being in a waterfall all day. I think all the little things that hotels can mess up, Hoteles Misión really, I think, went above and beyond to make sure we were comfortable for our stay. I think it's in the perfect location in Ciudad Valles, situated right in between all the different tours that are available in the area.
Right next door to the tour company we used, #MS Expeditions. I don't know if there's an actual hashtag for that. But I think the little things really add up, especially when you just need a place to crash, you just want to sleep, wake up, and eat chilaquiles and pan dulce and nice air conditioning.
Yeah, it's a great, reliable, I feel like in terms of hotels, it's been the absolute most reliable place we've stayed.
If you choose to look elsewhere, and please do your own research, find a place with AC because it gets hot.
You're gonna need it. I believe it was around 104 or 41 degrees ish outside. And extremely humid, so you're going to want air conditioning at least at night.
3 more tips. Number 4, what to bring.
So this sort of goes, I mean, you know you're going to be outside a lot, so a swimsuit is obviously a must. Sunscreen, hat, absolutely bug spray. In parts of the jungly atmosphere, there are lots of little flying, biting things, so bug spray is a must. Since the weather is extremely warm, I think tank tops and shorts, lightweight clothes are very appropriate for this sort of trip. Also, wear shoes that can get wet. There are several tours where they make you wear shoes because you'll be walking over rocks and stuff, but then you go right from those rocks into the water. So tennis shoes, water shoes. Greg and I just wore normal tennis shoes and they got a nice cleaning.
Yes, now I think Mexicans, at least in my opinion, are infamous for wearing jeans no matter what the weather is. It'll be 112 Celsius outside and Mexicans will be wearing jeans. Mis amigos mexicanos.
Now's your time to break out.
Just wear the shorts, okay? Just wear shorts. Number 5, when to go. I'll take this one very quick. We read online, November to March is the best time to go. We went...
End of May.
What month is it? We went the end of May, and rainy season is just about to start. So at least for us, it worked out going end of May, early June. But I believe once the rainy season starts, really more so in July, from what I heard from the tour guides. Some of these tours are shut down. They don't operate because it's too dangerous. The currents are too strong. So this is more of if you can do it in like spring break. I heard Semana Santa's packed, but if you're
so
crazy.
So is all of Mexico.
So is all of Mexico. But anyways, November to March, perhaps late May. Now, number 6, how long to stay / what to do in San Luis Potosí.
I would definitely recommend outside tours. This area is obviously known for waterfalls, rivers, a jungle type atmosphere. So if you're into anything outdoors, this is a great place to choose a vacation.
In our videos, you will see, or you saw, Los Micos, Los Mecos, Tamul, St. Edward's,
Minas Viejas.
Minas Viejas, the St. Edward, or St. Edward's?
Edward James.
St. Edward James. I want to say St. James Edwards.
Is there a saint? Is he a
No,
saint?
there's not a saint. Edward James. I just.
St. Edward's is a college, I think.
Yeah, you're right. I just knighted him.
Edward James. Cerealis Garden and the Wawas.
The Sótano de Wawas, and you guys have all told us the Sótano de las Golondrinas is amazing as well.
We missed Puente de Dios.
And several other things. Yeah. Honestly, after going, I think do it all. Do it all.
I absolutely think the tours are a once in a lifetime opportunity. Yeah. You're never going to see this type of tour. Obviously, these waterfalls aren't anywhere else. The water they're just incredible. Everything in nature to me is like, I could live outside, so it's incredible. Last but very not least, how long to stay.
Yeah.
Greg and I stayed 3 nights. We did 3 tours in 3 days, and we were exhausted.
Yeah. How would you describe that experience?
Not that fun.
Oh, why not?
It's the middle of the night, and I'm a Barbie girl playing. I would recommend at minimum do obviously as many tours as you possibly can, with perhaps a day in between each one to really recoup, spend time in your air-conditioned hotel room. I think.
Yeah, I mean, if depending on your stamina, your energy, how much you're already doing, we do a lot. I mean, we make a video about something every day, and it was still tiring. If you're gonna do 3 things, I would probably suggest maybe not 6 days, but maybe at least 4 days to do 3 different things. We arrived to San Luis Potosí at 6 in the morning off omnibus, and we were on a tour at 10. Don't suggest that, but
don't be like us.
If you're crazy, we had a blast. I would do it all over again starting tomorrow. To wrap it up, you have to go to San Luis Potosí. It has to be on your bucket list. Whether you love Mexico as much as we do, or you are a nature enthusiast, or you just love traveling, I really think San Luis Potosí and Huasteca Potosina area. I always want to say área after speaking Spanish. I used to Spanish. It has to be on your bucket list.
I agree. I think it's the most beautiful place I've ever seen in the world. There, said it.
You can't say that.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure and subscribe to our channel. Click the bell, that way you get notified.
Cada vez
we post a video. And please feel free to send us an email if you need help or have questions organizing anything to do in San Luis Potosí. Yep. We by no means have all the answers, but we can certainly find someone who does. See you guys
mañana from
Not Querétaro.
Can't tell you.